We are set to go. Ladies and gentlemen, people around the world, welcome to the weekly beer show. Yeehaw! All right. I am excited. I am ready to go. Today's show is going to be awesome because we're going back to Oklahoma. We got some fun and exciting beers that were sent to me by a friend of mine who, well, she's in Oklahoma and she wanted to go ahead and support her local craft brewery. So it's exciting. We're going to go ahead and review two delicious beers. Unfortunately, I'm alone today. That's going to be pretty sad. My man Nate, a co-host and partner in crime here on the show, will not be able to make it today, but he will be drinking beer. He's going to be getting schlopper knockered as well. He is Damien. Welcome. He is down in San Diego, and he is having a good time with his brother and his family. They're out there. They're going to go to a beer festival. So hopefully he'll be able to check in with some photos or some videos next week and let us know how that beer festival went, all that kind of stuff. But today is a solo show. It is an old school show. What's up, Dave? Put me in, coach. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, we could definitely do that, Dave. We could bring you on for a couple. And but today, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Let me tell you a little bit about what we do here on the show. If this is your first time here, we go ahead and review two beers. I got some good ones, like I said, from Oklahoma that I can't wait to try. And while we go ahead and review it, I'm going to talk about some things that came up throughout the week, some things that might be interesting that you might find, well, I don't know, it sparks a little bit of interest for yourself. We got a little segment called Show and Tell. We got some good news, and we're going to do the segment of What Would You Rather? All right. Yes, Pittsburgh from Penn Brewery. Welcome, Chris Duncan. All the regulars are here, so thank you so much. If you're stopping by for the very first time, we got a fun show, and it's going to be exciting. If you're returning, like Dave's TV, Damien the Fiend, Bert Diggs, yo, welcome to the show. Chris Duncan, welcome. Thank you so much for coming back and appreciate the support. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for the audience. Bert is from the Food Expert channel. If you haven't seen his show, check it out. It's on Instagram called The Food Experts. A friend of mine that I met doing YouTube travels and stuff. So we got to try to get him on the show. We've been talking about it, but good to have you here. Like I said, solo show today, but we'll still try to make it fun. It's like an old school show. Who remembers back in the day when I first started this beer channel? I think it was the height of the pandemic, if you want to call it that, I guess. Whoa, Vietnam. Awesome, Bert. I will be in Vietnam in 10 days. So I am going to fly into Saigon in 10 days, brother. So if you're still there, let me know. We'll grab a beer and maybe we'll put you on the show then. But I'll be in Vietnam. I'm leaving LA on the 30th, and I'll be there the 1st of September. So excited. Glad to hear you're in Vietnam. Yeah, man, pretty exciting stuff. Hopefully we can meet up if you're interested. Maybe even shoot a travel video together. But really excited about this show. Like I said, when I first started, there was no backdrop, there was no bar, there was no studio, there was no co-host. It was just me in front of a red curtain, stuck in a little 10 by 20 room that I was living in at the time. And yeah, I was just cracking beers and reviewing them. But yeah, Spyro, welcome. All right, Dave. Yeah, I can't wait, man. You got this, says Lunatic. Yes. I will meet you here. Sounds good, Bert. I will keep you posted, and we can talk privately on messaging. But, yeah, I'll be there. What's up? Bills and Yankees are both on. I know it's a tough time slot for me. Welcome to the show, but maybe we can travel together and shoot lots of fun vids. I'm going to be in another city. I'm kind of going and doing some work and shooting stuff and filming all that kind of stuff. But I'll be in and around. I'll talk to you privately, but that would be cool if we could meet up. Yeah, go Bills, go Yankees. Fun, exciting story. It was the birth of this show when I first started out. Like I said, it was the height of the pandemic. I was just sitting in front of a curtain. I had been doing the travel and the food for about a year and a half. And then when the pandemic hit, you couldn't travel and you couldn't really go to restaurants or eat. So I started doing food videos in my car, if you remember that. And the traveling, not so much. So I created the beer show. I created Reading Man Dan. I made a pivot, if you will. So hope you enjoyed that, because here we are. We're much more advanced now after almost 3 years of doing the show. We've grown so much. Thank you for all your support, everybody. I've drank a ton of beers, not just these ones behind me, but if it's out there and it's popular, I probably drank it. And even some more of the obscure beers I've definitely tried. And that's going to bring I guess, how do we say this? This will be the premise of the show. Maybe an obscure beer, the really small craft breweries. Because as we go on the brewery tour, you're going to find out that we couldn't find that much stuff on today's brewery. But today, guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the first beer of today's show. And it was brought to us. Let's see. Oh, man, this thing is huge. Okay. So this beer, let me tell you a little backstory about this beer, because both of these were started because I want to say kind of the pandemic. Like I said before earlier in the show, the pandemic created Reading Man Dan as well as the beer show. And when I was doing Reading Man Dan, I was reaching out to people, talking to authors and stuff like that. And that's going to grow a lot over the next year because I'm regrouping. You guys don't see what's going behind the scenes in the studio, but Reading Man Dan is going to be going full speed ahead. I just find that I really love to read children's books. As an actor, it kind of, blossoms my creativity and imagination. I'm able to dress up and do some things that I like to do. So I was happy to start that. Now, throughout the pandemic, I was reaching out to authors, met some cool people, and I came into contact with a friend of mine, a coworker of mine's friend, called Lauren. And Lauren and her husband, Ben, have this website or YouTube show and podcast called Simply Country Ranch. And they also made this book that I did. Okay. And it is called Winston and the Missing Apples. Check it out. Winston and the Missing Apples, Simply Country Ranch. Okay. And what it is it's a young girl. I believe the guy too were from California. They moved out to Oklahoma and they started their own farm ranch, whatever you want to call it. I had no prior experience to any of this. Yeah, beer zombies. This is from my buddy Nate, my co-host. I miss him dearly on the show today, but this is the beer zombies in Las Vegas. Back to this one. So they sent me this book and I wanted me to read it, and it was great. And one of the coolest things about this book, if you watch the video, is like, for instance, here's one of the pages. So you see that little QR code right down here. Sorry, so I'm looking at everything in reverse. Sorry. So here's the QR code. Okay, you see this? That's pretty much on every page, and I think this is such a cool, unique thing to kids' books. So if you scan this with your phone, you can go ahead and see what's going on the farm right now with that particular animal. So if we were to go ahead and look, and you see the cow right there and the QR code down the bottom right here, if you scan that, you can see what the cow is doing at their ranch in Oklahoma. Pretty badass, I know. Didn't think of it, but I'm glad it was brought to my light and my attention. Lauren, Ben, great job at the Simply Country Ranch. So check out the Winston and the Missing Apples episode if you want to see more of that. But that brings us to the story of how we got to today's beer. So I was contacted by Laura's mother, Kim. And Kim went ahead and said, hey, Danny, I also watch your beer show and I like it. And I want to go ahead and send you some beers from Oklahoma. So today's beer is brought to us from Laura's mom, Kim, out at the Simply Country Ranch in Oklahoma. And today we're going to be drinking a Beercraft Hefn Weissen. Look at this thing, dude. Look at this. 25 ounces. Keep refrigerated and enjoy soon. It's pretty fresh. It's only about a month old. The ABV is 5%. Beercraft, I don't know too much about them. It's definitely a giant can. There's not much of a story. This is a very local brewery. We're going to get into the tour in a little bit, but hey, there's only one way to find out if this beer is good, and that's to give it the review. And we'll go ahead and crack it. We're going to sniff it, and we're going to taste it. So here we go. Dave's TV. This is down in your neck of the woods. So let's go ahead and crack this sucker open. This is the Hefn Weissen. Okay, smells rich. A bit of a banana-y smell, or banana bread, if you will, prominent in the yeast off my first sip. Okay, this is generally a Heffenweisen. I think absolutely, not generally, absolutely is a wheat beer. Doesn't give us too much. It's this Bavarian style wheat beer. So let's go ahead and pour this thing in and go ahead and try it. Oh, okay, we're going to start that over again. I'm trying not to spill on my keyboard. All right, sorry about that, but good thing I got the old bar towel. You ask, why do you have a bar towel? For just that. And we're going to be smart about this. Okay, we're just going to lay it right there and give you a better pour and a better look at today's beer, Bierkraft Heffenweisen. All right. Jeez. Okay, I'm about to fill this whole giant can or bottle up or glass up. Look at this color. Okay, beautiful looking color. Just a wheat flavored looking Heffenweisen. Beautiful smell coming off of it. The aroma is sweet. It's very banana bread. And well, I'm not a huge fan of Heffenweisens, but I love beer and I'm up for trying anything. But so here's to today's beer is the Bierkraft Heffenweisen. Cheers, everybody. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. Like I said, the Heffenweisens aren't my favorite style of beer. First sip, delicious. It's got a very creamy taste to it. Okay. That's the first thing I noticed. I don't know if that's because it's so fresh or just the style of it. We're going to find out as we continue to get into it. You can see the head is dropped down on this beer, but it's very creamy. It's got a very banana bread taste of it. I don't taste a lot of wheat flavor. When I think of wheat flavor and things like this, I think of communion wafers, but it doesn't really taste like that. It's got a great first sip, and I think it's going to be a good beer on the score. Is this your first beer today? Yes, it is, Tony. It is my first one. Cheers, Dave. Cheers, Baro, my good friend from India. Welcome to the show. So yeah, man, this is my first beer, but I have not eaten. Went to the gym, got the work done today, but we'll see what happens. Damien says that sounds so good right now. It is, Damien, because already here in California, it's already 92 degrees. So I was outside doing a little bit of exercising and in the open air, and so I've gathered quite the thirst, and this is a nice quencher. All right, I like how this beer is still bubbling. It's still got a lot of carbonation. If you can kind of see right there, the carbonation is still pretty prominent. It's bubbling up pretty fast. It's a delicious beer, actually. Yeah, I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay, so on the back sip, or the aftertaste, I can taste a little bit of the wheat, but the first thing that you really taste on this Bierkraft right now is the banana flavor. I don't know why that is. I think that might be the style of how this beer is brewed. My partner in crime isn't here to go ahead and give us the whole education because Nate knows, but we'll go ahead and drink through this one, and I'll let you know at the end of it when I go ahead and score it. Cheers, Junatic. Wonder Strudo, welcome all the way from Denmark. Welcome back to the show. Always a pleasure to see you. As you can see, it's a solo show. Nate is in San Diego. He's going to be off his rocker, I'm sure, this afternoon. So that's pretty cool. He's out there and celebrating, having a good time. Yeah, we already went through a lot of stuff. So, going to Vietnam, not this Tuesday, the following Tuesday. So I'm really excited about getting over there, shooting some travel videos, shooting some food videos, getting back to the building blocks, the fundamentals, the foundations of why I started the channel. So expect some things coming through the rest of the year. I know that I've promised, that I would be getting going, but I got to be honest with you, life has really got me swamped. So doing all these different shows. And what I feel like I'm going to probably do is take Reading Man Dan to its other channel this weekly beer show will go to its other channel, and travel and food will be on its own channel. But I'll keep you guys posted. I'm just really excited to get to Vietnam and start eating some food. I don't know if you guys like Vietnamese cuisine, but I absolutely love it. Of the Asian foods, it's my favorite. I feel like they offer the kind of noodles and rice and combo of things, and pork, beef, chicken, but they also do it the cleanest, right? It's a lot of very fresh mint. It's a lot of very fresh basil and vegetables, and I just like the way the Vietnamese food is. Plus the banh mi, the sandwich is incredible. It's really kind of hard to find good sandwiches by Asian countries, and I think Vietnam does it the best. I think the influence from the French of the banh mi was definitely prominent in that sandwich, and they just crush it. It's amazing. If you've never had one, try to go check it out. It's usually on a French roll or some type of really soft white bread, and it's like I always get the beef tendon, so it's what you would see in the pho soup, and it has a lot of vegetables in it. It's very clean, and the thing is in Saigon, and I'm sure throughout all of Vietnam, it probably gets even cheaper. I've been up to Hoi An. I've been to a lot of different cities in Vietnam, and we eat, me and Nate ate one of those banh mi's just about on every corner. So excited to get over there and get things moving with the food and travel, kind of using that as a stake to get started again for September, October, November, December. But today, we're doing a solo, drinking the Hefn Weissen from Bierkraft. It's a brewery in Oklahoma. Hey, Tony, welcome. Thank you so much, Barrow. Yay. Thank you, Tony. Good to see you, man. What's going on, Anth? Oh, man, you too, man. I love you. That's you and your family. That's a great photo. Love to see my old friends that I grew up with in Kenmore, New York. Welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping by, Anth. Good to see you here. And we'll do Fall Golden next time you're home. That sounds like a great idea, Tony. I'm looking forward to spending time with you and Bob in Niagara Falls, and I'll be there December 22nd. So looking forward to that. My mother-in-law is from the Philippines. That's awesome. Dave's TV, have you been to the Philippines? The Philippines is another very exciting place to go visit. If you've never been there, I don't know how to explain it. It's just bananas, but amidst all that chaos over, I would say probably with the exception of maybe Japan, Asia is just crazy. The energy is just phonetic, but it's really weird because you're in these like massive cities full of like the time, just 50 million people just everywhere you go, and this phonetic pace, but somehow you just feel safe. You just feel, the movement of it. I've been in a lot of Asian cities, from Hong Kong to Tokyo, definitely all of China, any city you're in, Guangzhou to Shanghai, Beijing. Vietnam is, of course, Saigon, Thailand, Bangkok. They're just these crazy Manila, these crazy cities of like the infrastructure is okay, and some of them. Japan is beautiful, but the energy that Asian cities produce is just unbelievable. Dave, you need to go, man. You need to take time and go over there and just get the flight. You'll absolutely love it. I know you're in law enforcement, and I believe you're coming up on retirement soon. I would say the next 5 or 10 years or something. I hope that, before that you can go ahead and visit, but I would suggest that when you go ahead and you retire, to go over and spend some time in Asia, like book out 3 months and just go see it all, man. It's just really cool. And just even talking about it right now is getting me tingly. So I'm excited. I'm excited to go back to Asia. The beer scene over there. I'm curious to see what kind of beer scene Saigon has, or Ho Chi Minh, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm excited. Now I'm looking at this beer. It's been about 8 minutes, and the beer is flattened out a lot. Okay, it's flattened out quite a bit. As I stirred around, I'm no wine connoisseur. I'm just a regular guy. I like drinking beer and talking here, but you can see that the sediment is almost like a red wine as it drops down, and the carbonation is completely stopped. I see a couple bubbles, and let's go ahead and taste it now. Yeah, there's a sweetness to it. There's definitely a sweetness to it. Like I said before, it's got a lot of banana taste to it. It's got almost like an unripe banana flavor to it. It's got a weird kind of, not skunky, but just a sweet kind of taste to it, like a unripened banana, or I guess a brown banana. Is that what you'd say? Dave's TV said, I'm drinking a Southern Tier. Nice. Oh, I have one of those, Dave. I have one of those, actually. I just brought one of those back from New York. That's awesome. I just brought one of these back from New York, and this one is sending off to Nate. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. But we got to bring you back. And actually, Dave, I'm going to bring your friend on. I forget his channel. He's another beer tuber. I'm going to bring him on in September. So we just kind of been getting through August because with travel and things like that, it's been hectic. So we're going to be bringing guests back, and that goes for everyone. If you ever want to be a guest on the show, or if you know somebody in the beer world, if you ever can recommend somebody to be on the show, please, guys, please, we're very accessible. You can reach us at the Weekly Beer Show here on YouTube every week. You can go ahead and email me. You can go ahead and check out my Instagram, the Weekly Beer Show Instagram. We're on Twitter. You can hit me up at Travelman Dan on any of the platforms. Go to my Facebook, Danny Soleil. They're very accessible, right? If you know anybody that would ever like to be a guest on the show, or you can suggest a beer to try, please let us know. We would love to know from your audience. The nice Southern Tier variety pack. Nice. Oh, there's my buddy right there. How about if you just love beer? That's it, Shanna. Shanna, I would love to have you or anyone in your family just come on the show. That's exactly it. If you just love beer, we'd love to have you on the show. Just chop it up. Like I said, we're regular people. We just like to drink beer, tell you what we think of it. Hopefully we don't sound too snobby, but, there's some elements to the beer world that gets a little snobbish, and we don't ever want to come across that. I can speak definitely for myself, but also for Nate, that, we're just regular people. We just want to drink beer and talk about it. That's it. Brian the Beer Snob, yes. And Craft Brews Review. I like Shanna's thinking. Shanna is good people, man. I got to tell you, Shanna is one of my favorite people in the world. And I'm not just saying that. I work with Shanna, and she's one of the nicest people and coolest people. And I'm very happy. I'd love to get you on the show, Shanna. Shanna, let's see. I love it. My boys want to too. Yes, that would be great. The Blank and Shane Zoo. I love it. Yeah, that'd be great. I could bring the camera over to your place, and we could definitely do a Blank and Shane show, Shanna. We'll talk about that when you get back. But one of the things about Shanna is, well, since we're just talking about you, Shanna, we'll just go ahead and bring it up. My very first day of work at this new job a few years ago, I almost broke out in tears because they knew I was coming. I was hired. I gone through the interview process. My boss, Rocco, hired me, introduced me to everybody in the office, kind of brought me into the culture of things. But I'll never forget the very first day. I was very nervous. I never had a job like this before. And as I'm walking into my office, I see like the office door open, and on the bookshelf is a big circular Yankees plaque and Buffalo Bills like plaque. And I'll never forget this, Shanna. I literally was choked up for a quick second. It was like, oh, you have a Bills and Yankees fan here. And then I realized for a second it was me. And wow. The fact that you went and did that, Shanna, it's the little things at work that really, I was going through a tough time for a long time, and so to be valued like that, just to know that my favorite team is the Yankees, which I got to tell you, I live in a diehard Dodger zone. These people are diehard Dodger fans and diehard, football fans. So it was just I don't know. Yeah, thanks, Shanna. Cheers to you. And thanks for thinking of me. And I'll never forget that. That really touched my heart. So, not to get a little mushy on you guys, but yeah, I just wanted to, since Shanna's here, I wanted to bring that up. Love to get her and her family on here. Yeah, it was so cool, Drunatic. It was very cool. Little things like that. So I guess, to just piggyback on that, never assume that the little things that you do for other people is too small or insignificant, because you just never know when that kindness just really touches people and moves people. And it's not like the cheesy slogan of "be kind" and the T-shirt and stuff. It's about actually being kind, like actually be kind, because I feel like most people, I would say 95% of the people in the world, are good, nice people, and they have some kindness to them and stuff like that. But it's like a shield, or afraid to go ahead and let that out. Let it out, please, and put it out. You're never insignificant. You're probably touching people in a way that they don't even respond back to you. But stay doing it and keep being yourself and do that. I love the shit out of you, Danny. You're such good people, and don't ever forget it. Thanks, Shanna. Yeah, that means a lot to me. All right. Having emotions makes us to human beings. Absolutely, Dave's TV. And, I don't know how this is a beer show, guys. So if you plugged in and you're getting all emotional, it's okay. That's fine. But, I definitely encourage you to go out and, well, I'm going to just hop back on that word, encourage people. Be positive, okay? Be kind. And it's just not a slogan. Just do things like, Shanna didn't have to do this thing for the Yankees plaque and the Bills thing, but she knew that I would feel comfortable, that I would feel valued, that I would appreciate the people that I work with. And, for a Buffalo Sicilian boy like myself, like, I don't know, it means a lot to me. So moving on, guys. Yes, amen. All right, amen. Guys, let's go on a brewery tour. Now, today we don't have Nate, but he was gracious enough to leave us this slide. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to the stream, and I'm going to take you on this brewery tour that was given to us by Kim, the mother of Laura, who wrote the book Winston and the Missing Apples. All right, this is what we're drinking. It is Bierkraft. This is I got to point out, and I did point out this before, this is a Juggernaut, okay, an oil can. It's completely empty. It's 25 ounces, so it's 2 beers. So it's going to be, by the end of the show, D-Boy is going to be shit-faced, okay? And hopefully they're not going to pull that out sometime when I'm accepting my Oscar in the snippet. But here is a 12-ounce can, and here is that's not fair. Let's see. All right. Here is a regular size can, and here is the Juggernaut that we're doing today. So I'll let that slide into your perspective today. But nonetheless, it's beautiful. And let's go on a beer tour from Kim and Bierkraft. All right, so let's take a look. Bierkraft, you can check out their website. It is spelled the German way, I believe, IER with a K, .us. You can find them on Instagram and Twitter. They're not on Twitter. But I like their whole shield thing. That's cool. Like, they don't get into a lot of, label, or if you will, or design. They slap it right there on the shield, and that's it. And I think that probably has to do with Harry Potter. I mean, it looks Harry Potter-ish, okay? This looks like the Quidditch Stadium. This looks like Gryffindor, and this looks like a white-tailed deer. I don't know. And this, I have no idea. This looks like a coat rack falling on the Christmas tree. I don't know. But, all right, they're from McAlester, Oklahoma. Now, forgive me if anybody's watching this from Oklahoma. I don't know if this is Sooner country or Oklahoma State, the cowboy country. Since the last time we went with the color code, if you notice, my name, Travel Man Dan, is Sooner red. That's because last time we went with the cowboy orange. So it's in McAlester, Oklahoma. Don't know where exactly that is. I think that might be maybe a deeper suburb of Oklahoma City. So let's take a look at today's beer. This is the Heffenweisen Now on the can it says 5.0. Here it says 4.8. Maybe they dropped 0.02%, a little bit more. They said, let's give them a little stronger. Excuse me. All right. This is very interesting. Because they had 78 check-ins. Not very many at all. Drunatic's waiting for Drunken Man, Dan. Drunatic, it's coming. I'm going to tell you. You remember back, Drunatic was one of the OGs watching me and supporting me. So thank you very much. Much love to you, Drew. I used to get really trashed on the show. If you watch some of the older shows, we were doing shots. It was like pandemic time. I didn't have much to do. We were getting like really, really shit-faced on the show. But interesting, they have 78 check-ins, but their score is 4.2 out of a possible 5. That's incredible. And that's exactly what we're drinking. I like the color of it. It's light. It almost looks like a sour, but it's got a very bright sweetness to it. I'm not sure the calorie, but very good score for the amount of check-ins. What are you drinking? Drunatic says Barrow. I'm not sure. But here is the second beer that we're going to be doing today, and we'll get into that a little bit later. It's the Apollo 345. It's a New England-style IPA, so it's 6.2%. But once again, it's going to be another oil can. They had 7 check-ins. Nobody's rated it. I think I'll be the first. This is probably a very small brewery. Probably local. You can see if we go here, this is their menu of beers. So not a lot of beers, but I got to say, delicious. They really are probably just getting started, and I like what they do. I like that they put it in the oil can. This is something that I've yet to see. You can't really see it, but we see the beers. They got a bunch of them. Let's go ahead and get into I want to talk about something that I've never seen here in the craft world, and that's that they put it in this mega can. Okay, mega can, 25 ounces. So it's 2 beers. I've never seen it done before. I guess you could kind of equate that to like a growler, if you will. But a growler is much bigger. You're really in it for the long haul, the marathon, if you will, if you get a growler. This is perfect because if you like the beer, it's still, there's another beer behind it. So they basically added 2 beers in 1 can, and I like that. And I've always liked that about Foster's, as the oil can provides a lot more bang for the buck. For $1.99, you're getting 2 beers. So do the math. Nothing tonight for Drunatic. That's okay. We don't promote alcoholism on the show. We just promote fun. And if you like drinking beer, great. If you don't, and you're here watching, thank you so much for the support. I can't say that enough. But yeah, this is the Beercraft Heffenweisen from McAlester, Oklahoma. One of the things I really like about what this show has brought is it's brought me to people that I would have never met before. You got just on the thing right here. I got Dave's TV, Drunatic, Barrow, okay, Kim, just so many people that I'm introduced to throughout the show. And I'm introduced to small breweries here in the United States or anywhere in the world that I never would have heard of or tried. Who knows about Bierkraft from McAlester, Oklahoma? Probably just the people in McAlester and the surrounding county. That's pretty much it. But other than that, I think that's awesome. I think, Dave's TV could probably attest to that. The amount of people that you meet and experiences that you go through while doing these shows and stuff like that. It's not about getting millions of subscribers and being the best and stuff like that. Like, that's great. And if you can get there, more power to you. Awesome. Amazing. But in the meantime, you're having fun and you're working on it and you're getting better. That's what's most important. And throughout that journey, that's when you fill it with all the meat and potatoes. That's when you meet all these people and you get these beers and stuff like that. There she is. There's Winston. Thank you so much. Cheers to Oklahoma. Yeehaw. Or, I don't know. That's probably more of a Texas thing, but Sooners or Cowboys, thank you so much. This is the Simply Country Ranch. This is Winston. I'm not sure if that's you, Kim, if that's you, Laura, or if that's you, Ben. But thank you so much for the beer. We are trying from McAlester, Oklahoma. This is the Bierkraft. This is delicious. It's the Hefn Weissen. If you haven't tried it, I don't know how you're going to try it because it's not a very widely distributed beer, but it is absolutely delicious. I love the sweetness on it. It's got a lot of complexity to it. The aftertaste kind of brushes your palate with a bit of the wheat flavor. I'm not too keen and too versed up on a Heffenweisen, but this one's actually really good. I don't have the orange slice or lemon slice that it goes in with. Now, on the can, it says Bavarian style wheat beer, but I always thought that Heffenweisen was a Dutch thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just the way Blue Moon marketed it here amongst the United States, and that's what I'm going with. But nevertheless, it's pretty damn good. Wow. Yes, Kim. Welcome so much. Welcome. Yeehaw. Yes, this is Kim. So, Kim, thank you so much for sending me the beer. I really appreciate it. It's delicious. It's packed with a lot of flavor. That's what I will say. This beer has so much flavors going on in it. I'm excited to try the Apollo 3, 4, 5, partly because I like the IPA styles and partly because it's such a rare beer, okay? Like, even on the website, it's not even up there. So it is quite the rarity. Yeehaw, wait here and all, Kim from some. Yeah, thank you so much, Kim. And this is Simply Country Ranch. This is the book, Winston and the Missing Apples. Please, guys, if you get a chance, go ahead and support Laura and Ben. They're really cool people. And if you follow them on social media, if you follow their Instagram, one thing you'll notice about Laura is she's quite passionate. And she's quite passionate about animals. They've got this farm, obviously, that they're not farmers. I think they're from here, from LA or whatever. Or maybe they're from Oklahoma. I got to get filled in on the whole story, but they started this ranch, and she's really passionate about animals, and they've had some turnarounds. You know, they had some animals that were born and had some sickness and stuff like that. If you follow on social media, when you watch Laura's videos, they really connect with you. They really kind of bring you into this. I don't know, I don't know how to say this, but it just has a connection to the bond between humans and animals. I don't know how else to say that. Look, I know people have all kinds of animals. They have dogs, cats, who knows what else. I've always wanted a little baby pig. But when you watch Laura on her Instagram stuff, and she takes you through the process of what her and Ben are going through out at the Simply Country Ranch, it's such a beautiful thing, and it really brings you closer to the idea of like, wow, that's pretty cool that they could do that. I think I could do that, and I think that's the inspiration that they go ahead and motivate people to do that. Like, you know, you're not stuck to these cities. You can go out and you can get some land and you can start a farm because they did it. So anyway, I thought I would bring that up. Thanks, Kim. Please tell Laura and Ben and give them my best. I really enjoy it. I'm ready for another book. So if you got another farm book, I see that other dog going and running around. So that's pretty cool. But Winston's a great book. We are drinking. We're having a good time. It's time for a little good news, guys. I got an awesome one today. Good news is going to be really cool. I got to put my readers on. Okay. So, guys, let me go ahead and share the screen. And Nate usually does this, so I'm kind of new to this. I haven't done this in a long time. So let's go ahead and share the screen. And I want to go ahead and bring this up. This is really cool. So, good news today brings us to an artist who draws astounding portraits with her hands and feet at the same time. Check this out, guys. This is pretty sweet. Okay. Oh, that ain't gonna do it. All right. What's going on here? All right. Well, that is pretty much not going to do it. I don't know what happened there that I'd show you. All right, I'll show you the picture. So bear with me, guys. Check out this woman right here. This is with the brush in each limb. The Dutch artist is going viral for her ability to draw portraits with all 4 hands and feet simultaneously. Wow. Rasacina, an artist from Rotterdam, can complete up to 6 illustrations at the same time, 2 for each hand and 1 for each foot. In 2019, the idea came to me to be more productive because I didn't make any artworks for the previous years due to health issues, said Rajasina, who prefers to keep her surname and age confidential. She started drawing at the age of 16 and soon became a published artist, eventually teaching herself how to draw with her feet and hands to stop herself from getting bored. Are you kidding me? I didn't practice it all the time, just started doing it. And once she took an EEG scan, which revealed extraordinary brain performance while drawing. Of course. I mean, come on, man. Look at this thing, dude. Are you kidding me? That's unbelievable that she can do that. That's just like, are you kidding me? The connectivity between the left brain and the right are totally connected and 3 times higher than normal, she explained. So they exchange information at very fast speed. It's constantly multitasking between all the drawings that I'm working on. I switch my focus back and forth. The latest piece I created with pencil and paint. I don't really think about the techniques I use. She often works with portraits, mostly public figures, as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Billie Eilish, Justin Bieber, with a set needing around 40 hours of work. I always draw people that I love and inspire me. For my other work, I love to create things from my imagination. Are you kidding me? Look at this. This is freaking amazing. That is just like, I cannot believe somebody could draw. I'm trying to pull up the video because you guys got to see her in action. It's just one of the coolest things. So bear with me as I try to find this video. This is pretty sweet, and I really want you guys to see it. Anyway, I can't seem to find it. It was. Oh, wait. I might have it. Might have it, guys. Hold on. Bear with me. Sorry. Oh, damn. Here we go. All right. Look at her go. All right. Check this woman out. Have you tried to do anything with your 2 hands and your feet? My feet are moving too. And she's drawing 4 pictures with her right and left that are going to be unbelievable. Okay. And look at her feet. Look at her feet. Look at her feet. Okay. Are you kidding me? This woman is unbelievable. That is an unbelievable artist right there. I'm going to let you watch it for a little bit. Then I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Ooh, are you kidding me? Look at her toes. Coloring in all these crazy lines. You couldn't even. Oh my gosh. Look at her go. Look at her go. I mean, that's insane. Look at the detail of those pictures. This woman's awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. That is phenomenal. What do you guys think of today's good news? I mean, I always like to celebrate a fun, cool artist. And technical difficulties. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, Dave. Wow, says Tony. Absolutely. That is a very talented woman. Oh, my God. Yes. You got this, Danny. Thank you. It's really unbelievable. Like, I want you guys to kind of, if you can, if you have the time, and you're not doing anything and nobody's around, go ahead and put 2 pencils in your big toes and 2 pencils in your right and left hand. Put 4 pieces of paper around and just try to do anything like that. What could she do with the lights out? Dude, I mean, I wish I had talent like that. Exactly. Damien, Rick, I don't know. I have no clue, but unbelievable. Like I said, astonishing. I mean, just I love to celebrate these types of people because they might not get the credit where credit is due, but that right there is an absolute real talent. Whew. All I do is talk and drink beer. All right, here we go. This is what we're drinking today. It is from Oklahoma. It is the Hefn Weissen from Beercraft. Shouts out to Kim down there in Sooner Country. All right, delicious is fun. It's gonna get a little crazy. We're gonna get a little wacky as we finish the second beer. I mean, the first beer, the second beer is going to be even better because these are strong. All right. All right. It almost has a bit of a bubblegum taste to it. I don't know what that is, but that synthetic bubblegum flavor. I kind of taste that. There's a lot of weird flavors in there that I can't distinguish. But the one thing is it definitely tasted very banana bread yeasty throughout the whole beer. Two beers for this particular one. Definitely good, tasty. If you like Heffenweisens, I think it's probably an enjoyable beer. As long as Kim is still here, because I don't know this as we go ahead and score this. Kim, who sent this to me, can you go ahead and let me know how much these cost so I can rate them on... Excuse me, so I can rate the price for the show. I would love to know how much they cost. I couldn't find anything on them as for part of how much they cost. She sleeps all night. Yeah. All right. Well, moving on, guys. Time for a little show and tell. And we talked travel. We talked about me going to Vietnam, doing travel videos. I'm excited about that. So this next thing is kind of brought me to the show and tell of today. And today I just wanted to go ahead and show you. I'll always keep this. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because it means so much to me, and I had such a great time. So I shouldn't say that. But $11 each. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kim. This next show and tell brings me back, and I absolutely love this. I'll have this forever. I probably should frame it sometime. But check it out, guys. You may not know what this is, but this right here is my Shanghai subway card. Okay, not subway like the subs. This is my mass transit. When I lived in Shanghai, I lived there for about 3 years. And I lived in China for almost 7 years, but Shanghai, this was my subway card. And this is what I used every single day, all day long, to get around. Spent so many hours and long trips from Shanghai to different places, whether I was going to this studio or this school or, all kinds of places all over Shanghai, meeting friends for drinks. I miss that, man. I just really miss Asia, and looked better than the New York City Metro cards. I've actually never seen the Metro cards in New York City recently. The last ones I seen were in the early 90s, but this is my Shanghai one. Love this one, and I don't know, just brings back a lot of memories. I wanted to go ahead and do this and do the show and tell because this brings back a lot of memories just looking at it. And using my imagination as an actor sometimes. I'm learning to take things like and source items. Okay, if you're in a scene and you see your subway card or whatever, it brings you back to that moment. And one of the things I'm adamant about, and I can't wait to do in Vietnam, and I know I've shared this before, is one of the things I always do when I travel is as soon as I get to a country, I go to the grocery store and I get a couple of necessities or whatever that I didn't bring because I thought I would get there, no problem. But I always buy 3 bars of soap. Always 3 bars of soap from that country. And the reason I do it is because 1 bar of soap I use throughout my time in that country. Wash down, shower up each day, whatever. And you're always using, I always try to go very local. Something with, that local language on it. And then the local models on that particular bar of soap. Of course, you could probably find Dove and the bigger companies like Irish Spring and stuff anywhere in the world. But I always try to go very local. The other 2 bars of soap, I always bring home with me. Because the reason is, when you're out traveling and you're soaping down and you're washing every day with that particular soap from that country, you start to smell that feeling. and you're going to these different sites, and you're in that country, and you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner at this country, and you're meeting locals, you can still kind of smell of that soap off of your skin. Okay, now bearing any allergic reactions, that could be a nice thing because you're starting to develop this in-country feel, whether you're there for 3 days or 2 weeks. I don't know however long you vacation for. If you soap down all the time. Now, here's why the other 2 bars I bring home with me. So sometimes then you bust out that old bar from the country that you visited, Vietnam, whatever, and then you went ahead and you shower up with that, and you smell that smell, and you're just like, that brings me back. That brings me back to Italy. That brings me back to Korea. You know what I mean? Like, because you washed with that soap and you had those extra bars of soap. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I always like to tell people about that little travel thing that I do. When Drunatic says, hit the like. Yeah, guys, we have a lot of people in the room. Please go ahead and be sure to hit that like button. Thanks, Drunatic. But yeah, that's my little travel tip. Now let's go ahead and whack this down. I'll give it a score. Love this glass. My favorite glass. Thank you, Big Nate. Big Nate gave me this glass. All right. So let's go to the scorecard. Now, look, the taste on this thing I'm not a huge Hefn Weissen fan, so bear with me on that. Barrow says, I did it, Drunatic. Thank you, Barrow. I'm not a huge Hefn Weissen fan. I know people that are true to the Hefn Weissen love it, but I'm just not. Now, we've drank this beer. Ironically, I pulled this one up. This is the big blue van from my buddy Chris Viscaro, and he sent this to me. This is another wheat beer, but it's not considered a Hefn Weissen. This beer, not bad, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. It's not bad. It carries this sweet taste to it. I still have the film of it on my mouth. It has this sweet banana kind of not bitter at all. Very, very sweet. Almost borderline like cakes and candies is sweet. So I would consider the taste and the profile almost like a dessert beer, but strong. Okay, I know that it's only 5%, but I drank 2 of them, so I like it. I enjoyed it throughout the whole beer. I thought it was a good beer. I'm going to give it a score of a 3.5. Now, price is $11, right? Okay, now here's the thing. It was gifted to me. Kim, thank you. I should give it a 5.0 because it was gifted to me and it's free beer. How could you go wrong? Okay, but because this is the show and I got to give it its proper due, $11, but it's 2 beers divided by 6. Hey, look, it's very, very crafty. Okay, and what I mean by that is very local to the McAlester area. It's probably poured in small batches. It's very high end, if you will. And I know it's hard to understand, but if you know the beer world, that's what they're going for. And I can appreciate that. Look, it's good beer. It's poured right from the tap. It literally says on it, keep refrigerated and enjoy soon. So they know what they're doing. They're beer people. I can appreciate that. It is steep. So if it was cut down the middle, 1 bottle of beer, 1 can of beer would be $6. I think that's still kind of high. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to mark them for that and give them a 2.5. Now, design. Damien says, that taste remind me of the Victory Golden Monkey I had last week. Oh, I have one of those, Damien. We did one of those out here. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That really sweet taste. Not a dessert beer, but it almost tastes like it. That's kind of like how this Hef tastes. All right, design. Look, I know Nate likes the big stories and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on with this design. I don't know if it's Harry Potter or what it means, or if it's something Oklahoma, but I really like it. Like I said, down here, the Christmas tree, you have the coat rack that fell on it. Okay, you have the deer, but I like the shield. I like the shield on it. I like that, the shield is so synonymous with old Europe and England, Scotland, and Wales, and like, this is my family crest, But here in Oklahoma, Beercraft has designed this to put the stamp on it. This is our shield. And I think that's badass. I like that. I like the can. I love that it's an oil can. So, it's very, the shield brings a sense of like pride, but then it's also this is also an extra sticker that they put on there of the Heffenweisen. If you can kind of see that, that's an actual sticker right there, and that's pretty cool that they go ahead and they slap down the logistics of it. Okay, this is the Heffenweisen. This is a Bavarian style wheat beer. It's 5 ABV. You know, so what they probably did is they probably had this thing slapped on their can through a roller. And then they go ahead and maybe put this little thing down on here, depending on what the beer is. I kind of like that. But I definitely like the Bierkraft shield. Great design. I'm going to go ahead and give it a score of a 4.0. All right, here's where they get dinged. Accessibility. Look, I was lucky enough to go ahead and read a children's book about Winston and his apples. And the mother sent me a beer. 2 beers, actually. But other than that, if you're not in McAlester, Oklahoma, or in that surrounding area, you ain't getting this. So don't expect to find this in Finland. Don't expect to find this in Peru. And you probably aren't going to find it anywhere in Asia. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to ding you for that. I think it's a really rarity, but I like that. I like that about it. Heffenweisen beers originate from Bavaria, Germany. Nice. Thanks, Dave's TV. But I don't know. I hate to do this, but I'm going to give it a score of a 1.0. You just aren't going to be able to find this. The 1 point I give them is because I like that about it. I like that. All right. TMD X Factor. I'd be an absolute jack off. I'd be an absolute schmuck, a schmo, an idiot, a jerk off. Okay. If I didn't give you an absolute 5.0 for this, 5.0, no questions about it. I'm so grateful to have this beer sent to me. This was sent to me by Kim from Oklahoma. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. We're going to get into the other beer in a second, but 5.0, the TMD X Factor, like I was talking about a little bit before, is these organic relations. Okay, this thing that I started here in the pandemic or whatever, just started. We'll just stay started. Kick the pandemic. You can get your ass out of here, pandemic. Okay, I started this beer show and organically met people through it, and the physicality of showing up and doing something, okay, created a response, a call to action where you met people and you met other people, and now I'm drinking beer, and now I'm making another show. I think that's friggin' awesome. And it's all about doing, and very happy that I was able to go ahead and try one of these beers. So 5.0. Now here's the part where I do the math. Usually Nate saves my ass because he's talking when I do this, but let's go ahead and see where we're at. All right, 4, 6, 10. All right, not bad. Okay, just over the parameter. Okay, right at the par level. Ladies and gentlemen, today's beer for the Bierkraft Heffenweisen scores a 16. Okay, a 16. 16, not bad at all. Okay, gotta say, good beer. Like to try it. It's almost time for the break, and during the break, I want to go ahead and we're gonna call up my dad and see if my aunt is there, because it is my aunt's 70th birthday. It is also our good co-host Nate's brother, Brendan. Okay, Brendan turns 51 today. So I'd like to sing him a happy birthday and my aunt. So let's see if we can call Pops right now, and we'll get him on the show because I think he's with my aunt. So I would like to go ahead and sing her a happy birthday live on the show. Let's see. Yes, nice to meet you.
Yo.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what?
I'm live on the show. Is there any way you can log on? I'm going to sing happy birthday to Aunt Pauline. Hi.
I can try it.
All right.
Can I text you?
Text me what?
When I got you on.
When you got me on, shoot me a comment on YouTube.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay. Brian Brenna and Donnie are here.
All right. Well, get with Aunt Pauline, and I'd like to sing her a happy birthday.
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So Pops is going to get Aunt Pauline. It is her birthday today. I'm going to go ahead and sing her a happy birthday. So hope you guys are okay with that. It is also Brendan's birthday. So let's call Burger Boy. Let's call our co-host and see if he's available. Well, also a little bit different of a show, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thanks for hanging with us. We got another great beer to go ahead and drink. The show must roll on. Burger Boy doesn't answer his phone a lot, so. Burgers is out to lunch. We'll go ahead and I would like to sing happy birthday to his brother, but he is not going to be around. So we're going to wait and see if my dad shows up, and we're going to sing my Aunt Pauline her 70th birthday. But moving on, guys, it's time to get into the next beer for today's show. Oh, yeah. I am excited about it because I can't wait to try and see what this small craft brewery has to present in terms of a second beer. The first one was pretty good. Hey, okay, so my dad is here. All right, Dad doesn't know how to spell here. That is usually spelled Here. But you are here, and welcome to the show. All right. So, Aunt Pauline, if you're watching, I just wanted to say happy birthday. I hope that you're having a good time. I hope that you have a great day, a wonderful year. I wish I could be there. We will be eating some Good Guys pizza right now. But I just wanted to go ahead and gather the band together. Please, guys, come in together. Drums, you ready? Okay, trumpet. All right, everyone's ready. So this is for my Aunt Pauline. Happy 70th birthday. 1, 2, 3. Hit it, boys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aunt Pauline. Happy birthday to you. Ah! All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aunt Pauline. I hope you have a great day. Like I said, I wish I was there. Have a fun time. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. And I love you. I hope that you have an awesome time. And it's so funny because ironically, today was the day my Aunt Pauline's son, cousin Brian, sent me all the beers from Massachusetts. So Facebook reminded me. He means you can't hear, speak up. Okay. Well, I just did it. So happy birthday, Aunt Pauline. I hope that you have a great day. And fans, please, wish my aunt a big happy birthday. She is awesome. She is in North Tonawanda, New York. And if you heard me reference that before, that is my favorite pizzeria in the world, Good Guys Pizza. But that's Uncle John's wife and Aunt Pauline. Happy birthday. All right. Thank you, Dad. Pops, have a good one. Winston, happy Pauline. Happy birthday, Pauline. We have the second beer from McAlester, Oklahoma, coming up today, guys. I'm excited. Dave's TV, happy birthday. You're getting all kinds of love from around the world, Aunt Pauline. I love it. I love it. This is the great thing about this show is it brings people that don't know each other together. It brings us to a point of vulnerability where we're just be happy, drink some beers and enjoy yourself. And I love it. But today's second beer also comes from Beercraft. Is also an oil can. So by the end of this segment, I may be face down in the rug. But I'm excited to try out this one. It is called the Apollo 345, and it is the West Coast IPA. Boom. Look at that right there. Right there. Beercraft, Apollo 345. Okay, same shield. Same thing going on. Is that a Christmas tree with the coat hanger falling on it? Okay. I don't know, but got this great glass for an IPA. Probably should be using the Nick New, but I like this one. And guys, it's time to go ahead and crack it, sniff it, and taste it. All right. Let's crack this guy open. I love the oil can, by the way. Ooh, very piney. Okay, very bitter smelling. Okay, has an essence of hop. Okay, all over the place. That thing is loaded with some bitterness right there. Let's go ahead and pour it in. I'll give you a look about what it looks like. Try not to spill it all over the keyboard. All right, much hazier than the previous beer. All right, take a look. Much hazier. Good looking beer. It's got that vortex that I always talk about, that weird kind of dark triangular thing that boosts down above all the IPAs. It's very, very danky smell. Okay, very hoppy smell. Yes, we have the people's China already have a Paulo 888. Xi Jinping. Yes, I love it. Xi Jinping, welcome to the show. Okay. Hey, Marissa. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Welcome to the show. We missed you. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and try out the Apollo 345 from Beercraft. Oh, I knew it. Oh my gosh, I knew it. Oh, this is so good. This is really good. All right. It's very juicy. It's got a lot of flavors bursting out of it. Citric, kind of grapefruits, lemons, oranges, even some types of pineapples going on in there. It's very creamy. It's smooth. It's easy to take down. Oh man, this beer is friggin' delicious. Actually, I mean, this beer. I know you're not gonna probably believe me, but it ranks right up there with all the trilliums, the tree houses, the piney elders. First sip was fantastic. I mean, this beer is absolutely delicious. Hello there, Mark. Okay, but unfortunately, before we finish up the second part of the show, I have to use the restroom. So give me a couple minutes. You can take a look at the set. Beautiful. Look at this beer. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I'm ready to go for the second half of the show. We got a delicious beer. It's the Paulo. I love to try one. Oh, who is this? Wait a minute. Dave, seriously, this one is really good. Really good. I mean, I love the orangeness to it. Okay, it looks like an orangeness to it. Who the hell is this? Adrian Escalante, Edward 40. Oh, I love this guy. I don't know who you are, Adrian, but absolutely. Edward 40 Hands is coming, man. It is coming. We got an amazing winter show. The yearly Edward 40 Hands is going to be done with a school bus. We're going to have like an announcer. It's just going to be an epic show. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a really fun one. We're going to be in Kenmore, New York doing it. It looks like December 28, 29, sometime in there. It's going to be a fun show. We're bringing back all the regulars. And we're really excited about it. But this is what we're doing now. It's called the Apollo 345. It's a beautiful beer from Bierkraft that was sent to me from McAlester, Oklahoma, by Kim, who is the mother of Laura, who runs Simply Country Ranch with Ben. And here we go. Wow, that was a mouthful. Dude, I'm not even kidding you, man. This thing is... this might be the best hazy I've ever had. I'm not even kidding you. It is really good. There's just something about it that, with the hazies and stuff like that, they can be a little bit overwhelming, whether it's too pulpy, too juicy, just something too much, right? But this one is really locked in with all its flavor. I'm drinking one from Swamp Head Brewery out of Gainesville. Gainesville, baby. All right. Nice. Ooh, how's that one, Dave? That's awesome. But yeah, this is fantastic. I'm really loving this beer. I'm really enjoying it. Wow, it's really good, guys. I got that's all I gotta say is maybe the best hazy I've ever tasted. And I know a lot of people are like, oh no, you can't. It's this brewery. Maybe you never heard of Bierkraft Brewery, but this beer is phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie. But moving on with the show, let's keep it consistent. UFC tonight. I don't know if you guys are going to be watching UFC. The main event is Camira Usman versus Leon Edwards. And I don't know if you guys follow UFC, but I do. And my eyes, what I've seen from Usman, he might be the pound for pound greatest fighter, not just now, but ever. I mean, because the people that he's beating, he's starching them. He's beating them bad, and he's evolving his game. Because when he first started off, when he was coming up and he was getting all his wins and stuff, he was a wrestler, dominant wrestler, and now he's literally knocking people down and out with jabs. So his game has definitely progressed. He's beating top-notch level UFC fighters. I'm excited to see it. But with that being said, I also really like Leon Edwards. We're going to see if he can do it. Another fight that I'm excited to see on that one is the co-main event, which is Luke Rockhold versus Paulo Costa. If you don't know who these two fighters are, they've been jarring back and forth. It's going to be an exciting event. Costa's going to come out swinging. Luke Rockhold is incredibly skilled. A lot of people are questioning his chin because he was a champion before, but then he got knocked out a few times. But I'm curious to see what he can do. He's obviously an uber athlete. I'm rooting for everybody. Just want to see a good fight tonight. But yeah, if you happen to check it out, very lemony. I know what you're talking about with those lemony beers. This one, it doesn't have any of that. That's what I like about it. It's very even kill. It's very even, like in all different flavors. And man, it's perfect. It is really that perfect, and I'm not even kidding you. I mean, look at this thing. Look at the body on this thing. This is the hazy. Perfect. Beercraft. Awesome. The Apollo 345 is delicious. But guys, it's time for most everybody's favorite part of the show. It's time for What Would You Rather? All right, what would you rather? Guys, here we go. I'm going to add it up here. What would you rather? There's no right or wrong answer. You can let me know down in the comments right now. You can wait till the show's over and let me know afterwards. There's no right or wrong. I just want to know what you think. It's just a topic of discussion. It came up, I don't know, years ago. I worked at a lemon without the sweetness. That's a good way to put it, Dave. That's a nice way to say it. I worked at a museum, and I would go around and I ask people, hey, what did you think of this or that? I'll add this and that. It was a museum, so it was always people around. For me, I always, I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people wonder these types of things, but they're sometimes afraid to answer them. Like there's a wrong or right answer because of the way that we've been educated in school. There's no right or wrong. It's just using your imagination and the creativity that's built within you. Like, what do you think more? Would you rather have this or would you rather have that? Why would you have this? It brings up the who, what, when, where, and why, and how. I guess. I mean, it's just and then that's what I'm interested in. I love people, But here we go. What would you rather, guys? I'm gonna give you a ticket. You can go to one of these two places. Which one would you go to? The first one, and if I say this wrong, I'm sorry. It is called Pato Lake. Ooh. It's in Alberta, Canada. Okay, look at that. The Canadian Rockies. Look how friggin' blue that is. That's bluer than my eyeballs. That thing is gorgeous, okay? But the thing I like about this, and I stared at this picture for a long time, look at the rocks. Look at the mountain. Okay, look at the separation where that lake must have been filled thousands and thousands of years ago, where there's like distinct lines growing through it. and then you have this like forest that's growing through. It's just absolutely beautiful. One of the things about being that north up in Canada is you get to see boom. Wow, look at that. Imagine that. The glowing northern lights. That's absolutely beautiful, stunning. You have mountains, you have forests, you have lake, you have the stars. You literally have everything. If you go down by the lake, there's probably some beach and sand, but if you're going to go for 4 out of 5, I think you're probably winning in that situation. You just don't have the beach. But beautiful place. That's called Pato Lake in Canada. Or would you rather go to this place? This is in Chile. This is called the Marble Caves. Now, this looks like some futuristic sci-fi shit that you're pulling up in, but look at this thing. I don't know if you guys remember this. Dave's TV is probably the only one that will recognize this one. But do you remember the movie Flash Gordon? And when they go to the tree people, and the one guy has to stick his hand in the tree, and if there's that poisonous thing that bites you, then you're out. But if you put it in there and it doesn't bite you, then you're in, like that type of thing. That's what I think of when I look at this thing. And it's like this crazy cavern looking thing. But look at the inside of this thing. Now, how beautiful is this? This isn't that big, but keep in mind, this is all genuine marble, like real marble. Okay. Beautiful, like a blue color going in there, white, unbelievable, stunning, Flash Gordon. Now I'm going way back. It's a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Yeah, beautiful place. I think if I had to choose, although I'd want to see this marble in person, I think for me it's got to go. I got to go with Pato Lake. Okay, would love to get up there to Canada, but just to me that looks just stunning. That's my wheelhouse right there. All right, going on. This is beautiful, by the way. And there's more. There's still more. Just it's a never-ending can. It's a never-ending can. All right, going on. Oh, He-Man. Okay, we're gonna go right into it, guys. What would you rather? Okay, were you more of a He-Man person, or would you prefer He-Man for me? Second choice for you. You want to go to Chile? Nice, Damien. I can see that. Look, there's no right or wrong. I'm gonna go with Canada. Have some beer tubers. I would love to visit. Perfect. You can knock 2 birds with 1 stone. All right. Which would you rather be part of? The universe? A He-Man? Okay. He-Man, you got Skeletor, you got Man-at-Arms, She-Ra. Okay. Look at all these different figures. Now, I still collect He-Man figures from the 80s. It's the weird thing that I still like. I should probably start putting them up here. Maybe I should put a little thing there. Would you guys like to see like my He-Man collection? It kind of looks just like this. I probably have maybe a little more than half of this collection. There's Cyclone. You have a lot of guys in there that I probably have a lot of these guys. I love playing He-Man. I love the He-Man universe. I love the idea of it. Or would you prefer to be in the G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, universe? Okay, both 80s stuff. This is the G.I. Joe that I grew up on. This is some crazy stuff right here. I always wanted to play the sailor guy in the movie of G.I. Joe, Shipwreck. If they ever make, they're continuing to make G.I. Joe movies, but I hope that I get at least an audition for Shipwreck. I think I would kill that role. You got Bazooka down here. Of course, you have Cobra Commander and Destro. Okay, that's pretty cool. Damien says G.I. Joe without a doubt. Okay. Dave's TV says G.I. Joe, and Dave is a veteran. He's a Marine, and I could see that. Look, G.I. Joe was what made me want to join the military as a kid. It definitely spawned that interest of fighting the bad guy, but the bad guy was like Dr. Mindbender. Look at him, and Cobra Commander, and knowing half the battle. Yes, G.I. Joe. All right, remember at the end of all G.I. Joe commercial or cartoons, and that's a lesson. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, love He-Man also. It's a tough one. I mean, both universes were great. I don't know. I would probably go if I had to. I really liked G.I. Joe. I probably would have been. I don't know. hopefully I'll get a chance to do the salad, at least in the movie part or some type of military stuff. But I'm going to have to go with He-Man on that, just because of the fantasy. You had guys like Skunk Man and the Bee Guy, and you had like elements of like G.I. Joe where it was like, war of this good versus bad type thing. But you had like all these creatures like Beastmaster and Trapjaw and Skeletor. So it brought a little bit of the fantasy element. For me, I got to go with He-Man. Dude, you're the best. Carlos Z, big ups, man. Thanks, bro. Always love to hear that. She-Hulk. Oh, I like it, Drunatic. I like it. Guys, if you're just hopping on, we're doing What Would You Rather. This is what we're drinking right now. It is from Bierkraft. It is from McAlester, Oklahoma, sent to me by Kim, who is the mother of Laura, and who wrote the book, Winston and the Missing Apples, who's married to Ben, who run the Simply Country Ranch. I'm trying. They're double cans. So instead of 2 beers today, I'm going on 4. We're going to do it anyway. Old school style, baby. One man and lots of drunkenness. But moving on, the next question is, what would you rather eat? Okay, now if I pronounce this wrong, I'm sorry. But here are your options. It is called rendang. Okay, look at this Indonesian sweet meat. Okay, it's based with some coconut curry. It's over rice. You see some peppers in there. Here's another picture of it. Like you can see the flakes of coconut on that thing. It's supposed to be the most desirable dish in the world. When you look at everybody in the world, like not everybody has a Western or a Westernized palate of like burgers, pizza, hot dogs, and stuff like that. Actually, Americans are probably small to the fact of like what our palate is, because we're filled with sugar and carbohydrates, and like there's not a lot of flavor in terms of what other countries are doing. But when you look at Indonesia, where they use a lot of China and India and flavors from the Arabic world and stuff like that, and they create these things, this is what you get. It's called rendang. It is like a beef. They also make it in chicken pork, but it's a coconut based, unbelievably supposed to be delicious. I've never tried it that I know of. Yes, Rocky Mountain oysters. But I don't have a picture of She-Hulk. But or would you rather have one of my favorite dishes in all the world? It is called pad see ew. Pad see ew. Okay, and it's the flat noodle. It's chicken, pork, beef, or tofu. It's got the broccoli, heavy soy sauce, a beautiful Thai dish. There it is again. You have your Thai chilies. I'm really looking forward to eating this when I get back over to Asia. They use the Chinese broccoli. This dish is phenomenal. If you don't know it, go to a Thai restaurant this week and order pad see ew. And I guarantee, if you're the most American, like hot dog, hamburger, pizza eating mother, you will probably like this dish because it's not that crazy. Okay, it's a couple of items. Got to get that. They gotta get that pad Thai. Okay, I know what you're talking about. This is amazing. Yeah, gotta get that pad. It's awesome, Damien. You already know. You live in Brooklyn, so you know what this is like. I'll take the Thai noodles for 40 baht. Nice, Carlos. I like that. So for me, I eat this all the time. I love it, but I'm gonna have to go with this one because I never had this one. I'm gonna be stopping in Singapore next week, so I hope that I'm gonna try this one. I'm taking the first one, Dave. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying. But just because I don't know where to get it, I've been to a lot of Asian restaurants, and I don't think I've seen this one a lot. Although it's considered one of the best foods of the world. Pad see ew, awesome. Love it. But moving on to the next one. All right. And by the way, let me go back into this beer. This beer is awesome. It's so creamy. It's not over juicy like when you have those hazy IPAs. It's just right. And I'm really enjoying it. Beercraft, awesome. I made a She-Hulk picture. I'll show you. Please do. Send it to me, Drunatic. I have the Thai noodles. I would rather Indonesian plate. Nice, Marissa. Yes, me too. Remember that little pad Thai fried rice mystery sticks on Costa? I do remember those. Those are amazing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Carlos. I love it, man. Yeah, you try this shit, you're like, I don't know what it is. The weirdest thing on those cards for me was that weird uncooked sausage. I don't know if you had that, but it had like white noodles in it. And like you didn't know if it was cooked and it was pork. It was like a weird sausage. If you've ever been to Southeast Asia, you know what I'm talking about. They just, I don't know, they don't do sausages like us. Um, Very different, but yeah, that's funny that you bring that up. All right, going with the next one. Which sport would you rather play, guys? Would you rather go for a little psycho ball? Okay, check this out. This is called psycho ball. You're moving. Whoa, I'm burping up like a lot. You're moving around a little ball like football or soccer, and look at the designed handlebars allow you to pivot and rotate the front wheel a little faster. You can pass it, you can move it around. There's no brakes on these things, so I'm not sure how you do it. Look at this save, dude. Look at these guys, dude. They're going at it. That's pretty badass, man. I got to be honest with you. This is a cool sport. I've never seen this before. I never heard about this, but people are obviously into it. Look at by the intensity and look of his face, he's definitely into it. But moving on to the next slide, would you rather a cycle ball or this? Ostrich racing. Which one would you rather do? Both about getting on something and riding it. Look at these ostriches. Look at his face. And look at this guy. I mean, they look like they're having a good time, dude. Like he's running it. I'm not sure what happened to these other two riders. Maybe they fall off. Maybe the ostriches, but they're cooking. Very cool. I don't know. When I look at this, I think cycle ball looks fun. It looks interesting, but anytime you get to ride an animal like an ostrich, I'm going ostrich all the way. What do you guys think? I'm picking the ostrich, definitely without a doubt, going with the ostrich racing. All right, so the next one that's going to bring us down to the most disgusting one, or the interesting one, or whatever you want to interpret. Here we go. Days TV says ostrich racing. Yes, I agree. Marissa says ostrich racing. Okay. Psycho ball looks too strenuous. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it looks like most people are on to riding ostriches. All right. So here's number 5. I'm not going to go disgusting on you. I'm going to go with a little bit of more sentimental. Yes, Damien. Nice. Sentimental. And what do you think, guys? Okay. So what would you rather? Would you rather win the lottery? Okay. Whatever the lottery means to you, that could be 30 million, it could be 300 million. Would you rather win that lottery? Whatever that interpretation of your happiness of money and whatever the lottery would bring to you, doesn't matter. Just think it up in your own mind. Imagine that person that won the $1 billion. Okay, so you can see the high end being if the taxes close to like $800 million or $10 million. Would you rather win the lottery or would you rather live twice as long? So whatever your lifespan is supposed to be. Let's say we'll just take the average for a man 78, for a woman 84, and we'll multiply that. So you live to 100 and what, 68 or 100 and did I do that right? Did I even do that right? Double the age, okay? 150 or 160 years old. Which would you rather? And here's the thing. With that being said, you don't get to your lifetime of 80 and you're old, and then 80 to 150, you're living old. It's exponentially grown according to the timeline. So if your timeline, let's say, is 75 years, times twice is 150 years, that means by the time you're 40, you're actually 20. And by the time you're 40, you're, at the time you're 60, I think I'm drunk. I'm not sure where this is going, but you get what I'm saying. I'm tapping out. You get what I'm saying. 150 years is grows exponentially. So by the time you're like 130, you're older. Okay. So what's it going to be? Dave says a lottery for me. Lottery for Damien. Drunatic says, I want to live for 187. Marissa's probably laughing at me being drunk. Yeah, it happens. But we're drinking a lot of beer. This is my 4th beer today. And an empty stomach. That one I had to think about because, like, if I was going to live to 80, but would be really rich, I'd probably be happy. But you know what? I really believe every day is a blessing. So if I can have some more days, I'll take them. I would take the extended life. I would take the double of life. So if I'm going to be 75, let's just say, I would take to live to 150. That's for me. Great question. Yeah, see, this is a good one, right? I like this one. I like this. It really makes you think about it. Like, if you're here, like, it's like that age-old adage. I'm not here for a good time. Or no, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a short time. I'm here for a good time. I forget. It's something like that. But for me, I don't know. I want to stick around. I want to be here for as long as I can be here. I want to be here. So if I can make it to 150 in the last couple of years, at 148, I start to deteriorate. Oh, that's awesome, Dave. I love that. Just subscribe to Simply Country Ranch. That's awesome. I love that. Please do at Simply Country Ranch on Instagram, Twitter. Also, you can subscribe to their podcast at Simply Country Podcast. Okay, I want to live longer and do the things I've not accomplished. Exactly. That's how I feel, Marissa. Like, I want to live longer and accomplish. Yeah, you can have the money and stuff like that, but if I live longer, I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like the wisdom comes in age, and, like, you know, if you live longer, you understand. You have more interactions with life and yourself, and I don't know. I would take the longer life for me personally. I got to use the restroom. I'm drinking a ton of beer. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back, and we'll continue the show and close things out. Okay, we're back. I'm back. Nate will be back next week. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. I hope that you're having fun. This was all brought to us. This show was all created. This episode was all created from Kim, Winston. Okay, it is a Biercraft Apollo 345. And I got to be honest with you. Who the hell is Rapid Dave? We got a new customer. I love it. Welcome, Rapid Dave. Yes, I got to be honest with you. This is one of the best beers I've ever tried in the show. And I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not just saying that. This has got some, it's got some stuff to it. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's not overpowering juicy. Sometimes when you drink these hazy IPAs, they're super juicy. They're loaded with grapefruit, and they just really go bananas on it. This thing is creamy. It's got a lot of complexity. It's absolutely delicious to drink. Really enjoying it. Thank you so much. All right, moving on. Well, it's almost time to end the show, so I got to go drink this thing a little bit faster than possible. I'm not used to drinking these big oil cans. Look at this thing, dude. This thing is massive. Okay, Beercraft. Check out that on the side of the label. All right, we'll go ahead and whack this down. I'll tell you what, as I continue to drink this, I'm really, really impressed. Thank you. Kim, send me a case. All right. So to go ahead and break it up, before we do the score, this beer really looks good. It really is. I'm really telling you guys, it's something about this beer is really tasty. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the die. The dice. Dice. What is it? What is one die? I'm gonna roll the die. And I'm going to do, what are you reading? What are you watching? And then we're going to go ahead and score it because we got an ultra big can. So here we go. We got number 3. What are you listening to? What am I listening to? Well, it's September. The Bills game's on right now. We're about to go into the season. I'll be in Saigon for the opening game September 8th when they come here to the Rams. But I'm listening to WGR 55, the home of the Bills and the Sabres. Hey, yeah. All right, guys, it's football season. Hockey season's a month away. I'm listening to sports radio, WGR 55. If you don't know, you can go to Audacity. Audacity is a really cool app. It plays pretty much, and I'm not getting paid or sponsored or anything like that with any of this, but Audacity's cool because no matter where you live, if you're a transient like myself and you live away from your hometown, you can lock into your hometown radio. So I listen to WGR 55. It's the home of the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres. So that is what I'm listening to. I'll listen to that now pretty much until my birthday, until the draft, April 28th. So Dave says he's listening to, I love this. This is great. I'm listening to Highlands 104.3 classic rock from my hometown. See, that there's just something about it. Like, this is the kind of Americana that I will not compromise. I can travel all over the world. I can go to mountains in Nepal, to jungles in Bolivia, to, other places, cities in the Northeast. But I will not compromise my hometown. I always find a connection. And there's just something about it. As Dave listens to 104.3, there's just something about that, the lingo, the feel that the hometown people are listening to that channel, that you're somehow connected to it. I can't explain it. I guess if you're living outside your hometown and you're listening to that, you understand. That's the only thing I could say. I've traveled the world, lived in other cultures, lived all over the world. I'll never give up my hometown sports radio, even like checking into like 97 Rock or 98.5 Kiss FM. These are things that bring me back to my childhood, Buffalo, growing up, all this kind of stuff. Thank you for talking, man, Dan. It's getting there, Drunatic. It's getting there. Been listening to a number of wrestling podcasts. Damien, hell yeah. I love it, man. I love it. Wrestling's cool. Definitely love that. I love your thinking, Dave. Yeah, we're on the same path of that. Like why would you listen to 104.3 from Bradenton, Florida? Or I forget where because it brings you that peace of mind. Like people always ask me, like, why are you listening to this? Why are you because it brings me back home. It really does. Especially when hockey season starts, because it's almost on the daily. Is like I can tune into Buffalo hockey every day almost. Just brings me home. I love the world. I love people all over, but I still love my hometown. Tenacious Freak, yes. Tenacious Freak is asking for shots. Okay, we haven't done shots on this show, and oh man, should we do a shot? If I can get 8 people to give me a thumbs up for a shot, I'll go right now and grab a shot. Give me 8. Give me 8, and I'll do one. Give me 8. All right, moving on. Will we be doing a shot or not? This is what we're drinking. It's unbelievably good. Freak in the house. Okay. Would love to get back to Denmark and to Copenhagen. I'm going to be smashed. Oh, man. I'll do one with you. Okay, 1. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. I'll do one with you. Thanks, Freak. Thanks a lot. Okay. All right, there's 4. Okay. All right. Well, I already know how this is going to go. I might as well already start preparing for it. Drunken Man Dan, let me go get a shot. I don't care if there's 8 people or not. I'm going to close out the show with scoring this. We're going to do a shot. I'll give you the quote of the day, and we're out. Put me in. Everyone get their shot ready. Okay. We're back, guys. We are back. We're back and ready to go. You got this, says Drew. I don't know, Drew. Okay, so we haven't done shots on this show. This is definitely an old school shot. I remember in the height of what was going on when we first started this show, Greg Z and who else would, I don't know if you remember Ashton from England, and they were all pushed to the shots. We were drinking. It was fun. I was slurring. Put me in. I'll do it with you, Dave Z. Or Dave's TV. I would love to do one with you. But I'm going to drink one. We are going to go ahead and drink a shot. I am going to do, this one is the Don Romero tequila. Okay? I'm going to have a tequila shot because it is cheat day. What will I be having for cheats? I'll be having a couple of burgers tonight. I'm going to cook some burgers. And I'm going to go, let me ask you guys. Marissa's laughing. What do you guys, real quick, just a quick, what would you rather? Do you prefer French fries or tater tots? Okay? Because I'm going to cook some burgers tonight. It's just me. I'm going to watch some fights. I'm going to do some preparation for some acting things and stuff like that. But what do you think, guys? Should I go tater tots or should I go French fries? A moment of silence. All right, let's go ahead. I'll let for you guys to decide what kind of potatoes I'll be drinking. But here we go. Dave's TV says tater tots. Damien says French fries. French fries for Marissa. Cheers, Danny. Love you too, Drunatic. Really love you so much, Drunatic. I cannot wait to the day I see you in Copenhagen. I'm going to give you the biggest fucking hug I ever gave to somebody. Really. Thank you. Tater Tots says, okay, so, Damien and Marissa are calling for fries. I'm actually a Tater Tots guy. So I'm going Tater Tots. All right, junk food it up. This is the shot. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm having a hell of a time on the show today. Thank you so much. Let's do a little shot of Don Romero. Wow. Actually, that's a bit of exaggeration. That's a pretty damn smooth tequila. All right, let's get to the Apollo 4345. This beer right here from Beercraft. Let's get right into it. This thing, man, hazies, okay? A lot of people talk about them. A lot of people know about them. A lot of people are doing them. I got to tell you, best one I've ever had. No bullshit. I drank it all the way through. I drank 2 of them. This is a 25-ounce can. I drank 2 of them. Friggin' awesome. Cheers to a great show. Thanks, Winston. Thank you so much, Kim. You made it happen. Thank you so much. I just want to say I really appreciate you sending over the love and the beer. I hope one day we get a chance to meet. I'll be traveling a bit more as it continues to grow. It'll open my schedule to full-time doing this. So thank you so much. The beer was awesome. Here's the score for the 345. Like I said, one of the best ones I've had, if not the best one, hazy-wise. It was pure. It was complex. It wasn't too juicy. It wasn't too fruity. It left you with this nice, smooth feeling as you were drinking it. You felt good. I really, really enjoyed this one. I'm going ahead and giving it a score of a 5.0. What the hell? Why not? Love this beer. Apollo 3, 4, and 5. All right, price. I got to go with the same price I gave it before. $6. This one you get a little more bang for the alcohol percentage, but $6 still pretty steep for a can of beer. 2.5. But I like that it's obscure and only give on. Thank you for a great show. Love and light from Copenhagen. Drew, thank you. Design. Look, why it's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. Here's the thing I think what happened, because what they did is they printed a bunch of the labels of a particular brand, because you can see right there a little error. See where it's yellow behind there? See where right there it's yellow. Ah, shit. Okay, so I think they went in, but I like how they put the little sticker on the top. They made up for the error. They tell you the ABV. They tell you how much is in it. Keep refrigerated. Enjoy soon. They stick to that. I like that. I don't know what that means, but I love it. I don't know what that means, but I love it. Beercraft, great. I love your design. I love your shield. I love the Christmas tree. I love everything about it. 4.0. I'm going to give it the same score as before. Accessibility, same score. No, because it's the same brewery. Like, we're doing the same thing. Like, let's not drag this thing out. And once again, the TMD X factor, it's got to be a 5.0. What the hell? Why not? Kim, thank you so much. All the best to you, your family. Laura, Ben, the Simply Ranch, thank you so much. Sending me these beers. I value it so. I'm so appreciative of that you send me these beers. The total score for today is going to be a little bit higher because I feel bad. I want to give this beer a 25 because it's fucking that good. Okay, I'm dropping F-bombs. All right, 10, 15, 17.5. 17.5 for the total on the Apollo 3, 4, 5. And the only reason that is because that it's just not accessible. It's only in McAlester. It's not a very it's not a very big place. So I can respect it. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you, Dave's TV. I can't wait for the call back. We're going to get you back. I wanted to bring you on today, but, Nate loves you. We love you. I love you. We got to bring you back when we're both here. So stay tuned for bringing back Dave's TV. I'm going to close out the show with this. And this is the quote of the day, the quote of the week, whatever you want to call it. Meditate on it. Spend some time with yourself, with quiet time, away from your family, friends, everybody. And just think about these things, because I get them from other things, and this is what I do. So it helps me kind of conceptualize what I'm thinking about. And this came from the great Stoic Cicero way back thousands of years ago. And he said, life is nothing without friendship. And that's so true, man. Like, what would you rather was like, you can live with all this money and you can live all these years. But reality is, if you don't have friendship and you don't have the people that you love as friends and spend time with and enjoy this time being alive, who knows what's going on with our world and our brain and our, our heart and organs and all the cells and things like that. It's so complex that, like, man, who the hell could imagine that this thing could ever be made? You know what I mean? Like, the human body, we're so lucky to actually just be alive and be functioning and stuff like that. Nobody ever stops and thinking about it. But on the emotional level, okay, life is nothing without friendship. It's nothing, okay? Because we're all given these things, okay, as separate individuals, but then we bond with our friends. And I know that, my co-host here, Nate, and my, best friend, Nate, here is not here today. And it's not as fun. You know, since Nate came on to the show, it's been so much better. It's been just funner to do. It's just exciting. You know, I love doing this show, and I would do it completely by myself all the time, like no problem. But it's so much better with your friend. Okay, and life is so much better with your friendships. So I hope that you guys value your friendships. I hope that you stop and think about it. And it's not just all about us. It's not just all about what me. And sometimes it can feel that way, or sometimes it can be masked that way. You don't even realize you're being that kind of individual. But the realization of life is nothing without friendship. Value your friends, and that's pretty much what this quote from Cicero said from thousands of years ago, before they had all this technology and bullshit and smartphones, this, that, and the other thing. It was still down to the pure emotions of human beings and your friends and the relationships that you made. So value your friends. I dare you to call one of your friends that you haven't talked to in a while after this show and just tell them, hey, man, you don't have to get sappy. You don't have to tell them you love them or whatever. Just bring up some old memories. Just talk to them. Tell them, hey, listen, I just wanted to say, I had so much fun 10, 15, 25, 6 months ago, years ago. I don't know, whatever it is to you as an individual. Call your friend. Call them up. Call her up. Tell them how much you miss them, how much you care about them, how much you enjoyed the time together. Because, like Cicero said, life is nothing without friendship. Thank you so much. I'm going to go. Great show. Thank you, Maris. Thank you for hopping on. I love all humans who spread love themselves. You forget it? Yeah, I love it. Well said. Thank you so much. Guys, listen, just a regular guy that does beer drinking. Great show, Damien. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'm Travel Man Dan. Remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. Bye, guys. Thank you. Next week, Nate will be back.